Fraser Cameron, senior advisor with the European Policy Center in Brussels, said on China Global Television Network program that the joint statement issued by China and France during Macron's visit on Friday covers rich content to strengthen bilateral ties and China-Europe ties, which also bear significant meaning to global security.
I think it's a very substantial communique. The first thing I'd say it's important after the years of the pandemic when leaders simply couldn't physically meet together, that they did get together, spent a long time, person to person, discussing today's international issues. And that in itself, I think, is really important. And when it comes to the communique, I was frankly quite surprised how rich the communique was in terms of what it covered, in terms of China's support for European integration, for the EU-China strategic partnership agenda, and also in terms of cooperating on a whole range of international issues, above all Ukraine.
Meanwhile, Wang Yiwei, a professor at the School of International Studies, Renmin University of China, said that joint communique indicates that China is not a so-called challenge, threat, or rival to France, or in general the European Union, but a solution or partner to help Europe and France do translation from digital and green translation.
To help European and French do translation from digital and green translation. So much focus on the civilian nuclear plant and also third-party market, and also for green and low-carbon energy. I think that's very fruitful. So this also indicated China and the EU cooperation restart back to the normal, and China-European Union high-level trade and economic dialogue and other mechanism will also resume. It's a very good signal. And also send a signal that China actually can cooperate with Europe to solve their own problems, like energy crisis and inflation and the Ukraine crisis. It's not hijacked by Ukraine crisis and impacted too much by the U.S. so-called decouple.
Macron's talks with Xi were followed by a trilateral meeting with von der Leyen, after which the French and Chinese leaders held a state dinner. Macron traveled to Guangzhou in southern China to meet students, taking with him a broad delegation of top politicians, business leaders, and even celebrities, including composer Jean-Michel Jarre.